past the camera. Guys, we've had lots of action, but you guys may have missed Sunday's games, and the people who will bring to you is none other than Mr. Bid and Rotterdam. They're joining us on the desk. Guys, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
Weekend was great, man. Thank you for asking. And we did have some great games last Sunday, although only 2 of them. We've got a couple of highlights from each. Yeah, of course. And we're going to go ahead and run them right now. First up, MMA versus QXC. This is a great series. It was so awesome to see MMA back in the saddle again. And he did win this series, but it was damn close. QXC showing some great games. Here we're seeing the conclusion of the last game. MMA containing QXC. QXC has a Bioforce out on the map. He's going to make one final last-ditch effort into the main base of MMA to see if he can bring himself back into the game. But MMA is just too good, Kev.
Doing it very smart in a base 3 scenario. He secured his main, and Ben, that's such a big deal. Yes, you might lose all your running expansions, but as long as those production facilities are still alive, you have something to fall back on, and MMA had all his tanks there. It was a really interesting game. If you guys enjoy long TVTs, interesting TVTs, this one's one to check out.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great series, and MMA is looking to be on point. It's so exciting to see him playing the kind of StarCraft that we were seeing him play a few months ago when he was dominating that Intel Extreme Masters circuit.
Not just that, man. It's just awesome to see MMA in our league. He's one of my favorite Terrans in the whole wide world, and I think a lot of people still really love MMA, even though he dodged out on 1 or 2 tournaments because apparently he was not in shape. I still find that so hard to believe, but no, it's so much fun to see MMA play.
The Muslim TT1 also played a pretty exciting series last Sunday. Here's a couple of clips from their games. First up,
this game, Ben.
Sick game.
What happened?
The TT1 seemingly having the game won. He's forced the Muslim to lift his natural. He's pushing up into the main. It's all over, right? I mean, it certainly looks that way.
But why does nothing die, Ben? Nothing is dying.
Nothing is dying. SCVs are pulled, and at the same time, a medevac, a lonely medevac, making its way into the main base of TT1. And you know what happens when 8 STEM Marines fight against probes, Kev?
Yes, very, very well. Happens to me all the time. Because you know what, Ben? I'm a cheesy player.
Probes die, and TT1 forced to tap out. The Muslim takes Metropolis. They do go on to play again on Entombed Valley, and once again, a great game unfolding. But look at this beautiful attack by the Muslim.
Yeah, we spoke about this last week. Snap decision-making, forcing this fight before TT1 really wants to fight. Snipes 1 Colossus immediately, and the second Colossus just joined the party a little bit too late.
That's exactly right. It's marching down the field, but it's there you see the first laser shots coming. But it's a little bit late to the party, and that is all because the Muslim forced that fight early. Incredible decision-making, great play, and it's part of the reason that he was able to go on and win this series so convincingly.
Yeah, the Muslim wants more of a good start in the NASL, which seems to be a tradition. He wasn't with us in NASL Season 1, but Season 2 he had a great run, made it all the way to the finals. Season 3 he had a great run, fell 1 map short of the finals in that 6 series against Red. And now in Season 4, once more, the Muslim starts off great.
That's exactly right. Here's that final engagement between the Muslim and TT1 after each player had a chance to rebuild, and the Muslim just perfect concave, crushing that Protoss army, does in fact win that game. A very explosive start to Season 4 for the Muslim, Kev, which is ironic because this day in history, the first ever nuclear explosion happening underground in Nevada, that happened in 1957.
Was that Area 51?
No.
No.
Does Area 51 even really exist?
Yeah,
of course it does. There are
Really?
aliens
Everybody
there,
knows this.
What? Isn't
Yes.
it like Santa
It's
or like the
inhabited
Easter
with
Bunny?
Native Americans.
Isn't Area 51 in New Mexico, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's close to Nevada.
Why is it in New Mexico?
It's somewhere in the desert.
Yeah. It's
Might be in Arizona. Nobody
Well, in
knows.
that case, it might be just right around the corner, guys.
yeah, there are people.
Maybe our studio is built on Area 51.
Crazy.
That's
Like,
why we are the
I know
North
there are
American
people that
Star
live in
League.
California that actually get flown to Area 51 every single day for work. I don't know them personally, but they came on interviews and talked about it.
I remember one time I was listening to Howard Stern, and somebody called in talking about UFOs and stuff. And then as he was talking, he was like, "The government's coming to get me," and then the phone got cut off, and the guy just like disappeared. It was crazy.
Sick trolling, guys.